crispy fish sandwich is back, and now it's part of the meat and $3. So you can get a fish sandwich and 3 sides for just $7.
And I'm sure that he's going to treat her like the princess she is.
Never. I will never let her happen. She loves me. She wants me. And I love her too.
See, I told you that one day the truth will come out.
Vox, hello. Jamari, hello. Hey, guys. Crystal Payne, say hi, Mom Beth. Hello, Crystal. How are you?
I don't think we should do for
Meow, hello. Come on in, guys. Double tap. Click that like button. Sorrel Plays, good evening. Happy Thursday. Hey, Tia. Hey, Jeffrey Huggins. Say hi, Mommy Beth. Nanisha said good night because it's currently nighttime for me. If it is not for you, then I don't know why, because it's evening. Hey, Nanisha. Fox said I'm at my cousin's and they have a demon cat. Hey, Keroix said I haven't been here for 2 or 3 days. Nice to see you. I've been at school. It's okay. Hong Trong, hello. It's your girly. Hey. Said hi, Mama. I'm back. Meow. Hello. Getting the popcorn. She live. Jeff said, Mama Beth, glad you're here. I'm glad to be here. Come on, guys. Double tap. I only got 4 likes. What's up with that? Meow said, you're the best. Thank you, Meow. All right. Them lives those likes need to come on up. Come on in, guys. Double tap. Nanisha said, I haven't watched you, but do you still remember me? I remember you, Nanisha. Okay. Oh, you got your phone taken away. Don't get it taken away again, Nanisha. Jeffrey said, I love you forever and always. Love you too, Jeffrey. Come on in, guys. Double tap. I'm going to try to keep this to exactly 1 hour today. Thank you, Jeff. Crystal Payne said, what time is it over there? It's 4:10. It is 6:10 here, Crystal. Laura White, hello. Welcome. Come on in, guys. We're coming in slow. Come on in. Nanisha, thank you. Laura White, I do remember you. Welcome. Come on in. Double tap, guys. Come on in. I finally put my phone on my stand. That way my eyes don't look like they're closed. Tarun is laughing at Tarun, don't. Tarun, you getting ready to get blocked. Do not spam my live. Jeff said, always waiting for you, Beth. Trust me. Okay. Tarun, you're out of here. Goodbye, Tarun. Not in my live. Not that foolishness. Vivian said, Mommy, good evening. Hello, Vivian. Jackson Bird said, will you help you with what, Jackson? Keroix said, I'm reading a pretty serious book at school. The whole year has to do it since you got to study it, but it's kind of makes me uncomfortable to read it. So I skipped most of it. Well, how you going to get your lesson, Keroix, if you're skipping most of it? Laura White said, I love your videos. Thank you, Laura. Vivian, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Inspiration Church said, hey, when, Grandma? Thank you. Happy Thursday. Good evening. God bless you. Meow said you went live the second I clicked on the video. Okay. It's your girly. That's right. He's already been blocked. Jackson Bird said, will you help me with something? What is it, Jackson? That's the second time you said it. It's your girly said, gotta go, Mama. Love you. Love you too, girly. Jeffrey said, I know that's right. Jackson said, so how do you get subscribers? What would you rather do, like outside content? I don't do gaming content, Jackson, not at all. Laura, I see you. Vivian said, please, am seeking for help. My son is sick. I can't afford money for treatment. Vivian, this is not the place. This is not the place to come and ask for assistance. I'm sorry. It's not the place. I mean, you need to check with your local government. I'm sure there's some place in your city that should be able to help you. Mergodem said, are you in the UK? I'm in the US, Mergodem. Keroix said, I don't know. I got to get over it, but just can't. Minnie Meow, hello. Alina Ware said, hi, Mommy Beth. Hello, Alina. Vivian, no tears in my life. Meow, I see you. Welcome back, Minnie. Daniel Barrett said, Happy Thursday. What's up, guys? What's up, Daniel? It's your girlie. See you tomorrow. Jackson said, I think it's glitching because I say the stuff before you see it. I don't know what you're saying. You got to say it before I see it, Jackson. Come on now. Minnie, welcome back. Vivian, you need to go to family or go to call some government agency where you live. Meow said, bless you with Jesus' grace. Thank you so much. I don't know, said, oh no. Cookie, hello. Jeffrey said, happy Thursday. Correct said, if you read it, you will understand why it's not pleasant. Okay. Rosalind said, lovely mommy. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Come on in, double tap, click that like button. Come on in, click the like button. Y'all, we slow today. It says I got 32 people. Nobody's saying anything. Come on in, guys. Keroic said, anyways, I will be quiet about it now since I want to forget. Okay. Meow said, just Monica. Vivian said, I don't have family. Okay, Vivian, but there are places in your city that will help you with medicine and everything. And really, you can go to the hospital and they will send you a bill. So no one asks you for money up front. Luna Claw, hello. HR Moore said, hi, you're chill. Yes, I am chill. I don't know. So remember yesterday you hit 202 likes. I do remember. I don't think I'm going to get there today because I'm ending this live in 1 hour. But come on in, guys. Double tap, click that like button. If you are brand new to the live, please subscribe. Please click that notification bell. Luna said, you look really nice. Thank you, Luna. HR, you said, congratulations. Thank you so much. I don't know. Yes, 1 hour. At least that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try for 1 hour. You guys always push me more than an hour. I think the least I've ever done is an hour and a half. Jeff said, Mama Beth, say 1 hour, but really, I know, Jeff. My intentions are for 1 hour, but you guys don't let me do 1 hour. Luna said, new subscriber right here. Welcome to the family, Luna. Welcome. Vivian said, Mommy, I know you from Marvelous City of Light. Okay, all right. You know me from Marvelous City. That means that you're in Nigeria. And so, Vivian, if you need assistance, please go to Pastor James and talk to him. Texan Longhorn said, hi, Mama Bear. How are you? Jeff said, you're beautiful. Thank you, Jeff. HR Moore said, what is your favorite food? All food, as long as it tastes good. Edwin Aguillon, hello. Jeffrey Huggins said, you look like a star in the sky. Thank you, Minnie. I see you. Your Ice just sent me a floating heart. Thank you, Ice. It's supposed to be your local baddie, but it says your local baddie. Said, today, birthday, can I get a shout out? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear baddie. Happy birthday to you. All right. Happy birthday to you, baddie. Texas Longhorn, you're doing good. Glad to hear it. Susan McDowell, hello. I don't know. Said, remember, it was slow. It was slow yesterday, but it picked up. Ice King, bacon hair. Thank you for the floating heart. I appreciate you. Luna said, we're all material girls. Alina said, what kind of phone do you have? I have a Samsung S25. Android. Minnie said, super cool and pretty. Ice King said, you're welcome. Ice King sent me a disco ball. Thank you, Ice King. Thank you. Batty said, I already gave you a shout out. Edwin, you just woke up. Okay. Thank you for the love, Jeffrey. Batty said, sorry, I spelt it wrong. You sure did. Minnie said, love and peace. Thank you, Minnie. Longhorn said, my birthday is this week. Okay. Luna, we're all material girls. Okay. I'm not really a material girl, but I like what I like. How about that? Kat Karen said, hey, How are you, Mama Beth? I just commented on your song, My Portion, and I love it. Love you. Thank you, Kat Karen. Edwin said, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, Edwin. Luna's laughing. Ice King sent me that laughing disco ball. Ice King, a floating heart. Thank you. Thank you. Ice King is lavishing the gifts on me today. Cookie, hello. Corey, hello. Meow said, I'm eating some nuggets. Another floating heart. Thank you, Ice King. Nuggets from Wendy's. They taste good. Kayla said, I came back from school. Welcome back. Sophia, hello. Luna said, you're my second mom. Okay, Luna. Jeffrey said, I am on the bus and I see you live. Okay. Batty said, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Eileen, hello. Sophia, I'm sorry you're sick. Gonna say it again. Ice King sent me a floating heart, another floating heart. I don't know, said when, Ice King. Minnie sent me some dinosaurs. It looks like Edwin. I don't know why you're saying egg. I don't know what that means. TT said, let's go. Old Granny's back. That's not nice. So guess what? You're blocked. That's not nice at all. Goodbye, TT. You're out. You're very rude. Alam Torres. Hello, hello. I don't know what that means. If you say something else that's kind of random, Alam, you're going to be out too. Tia, my birthday is December 27th. Luna said, and I'm going to call you Mama Bears. That's okay, Luna. I will answer. Angela Tamayo, welcome back. Kaufman Family Farm. Hello, hello. Ice King sent me another floating heart. Thank you, Ice King. Edwin said, my favorite dinner, egg. We have egg, okay. Luna, be right back. Killer said, how old are you? Why does someone come into the live and the first thing they ask is, how old are you? They don't say hello, good evening, how are you? Nothing. How old are you? Kasiha, hello, hello. Vivian, you've already said that you're from Marvelous City of Light. Yes, go talk to Pastor James. He'll be more than happy to help you, or he will contact me. Kayla said, I don't eat dinner. Okay. Kat Karen said, can I ask, what did you eat for lunch? I had a baked sweet potato and I had fish sticks and baked sweet potato. Carter said, she is Granny though. I am. Cassia, hello. Ice King sent me a floating heart. Raylan Bird, hello, hello. Welcome. Kimberly, hello. Batty said, why did she call you grandma? You don't look a day over 20. I am 71, Batty. Kesia said, you look young. Thank you. Carter said, Granny. Kaufman said, how are you? I'm doing great. Carter, I will block you. I don't know, said I didn't eat dinner yet. Okay. Yep, I'm going to block him. Yep, Carter, you're out of here. Bye, Carter. Not in my life. All right. Atasha, hello, hello. How are you? Guys, come on. Make sure when you come into the live, double tap. Click that like button. Click that like button. I'm at 18. Come on, click that like button. Cassia, hello. Killer. Killer, don't be rude in my live. Don't come into my live rude. Hello, how are you? Edit said, konnichiwa, what's your favorite anime? I don't have a favorite anime. Adeline. Oh, you're out of here. Goodbye, Adeline. Goodbye. Such rude, disrespectful kids. Sakura, don't even worry about it. They're out of here, guys. Sarah, hello. Edwin said, my mama is 62. Okay. Cassia, you had a lump. I don't know if we're going to talk about that in here. Don't get mad, Jeff. I'm handling it. Don't get mad. Sakura said, Adeline, we have the same name. Okay. Rosalind said, I love you so much. Can we be friends? Am a mother of children. Of course we can be friends, Rosalind. Cheer girl, hello, hello. Isa said, Batty grandma, low key. Cheeser, where have you been? Hey, Cheeser. Said for dinner, I had chicken nuggets and waffle fries with cane sauce. It was delicious. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Coder, what is this? I'm going to call you Caden. Hello, Caden. How are you? Kayla said, please don't ban me. If you don't give me a reason to ban you, I won't. Meow said, writes in the notebook what I'm writing about cats, okay? Sydney said, hi, I had lasagna for dinner, and I don't listen to the haters. They're jealous. Thank you, Sydney. Sasha said, chicken. Min said, hi, Grandma. Hello, Min. Welcome back. Kaufman said, I love your hair. Thank you, Kaufman. Riker said, I had potato soup. Okay. Eva, the cool one, don't come into my live saying, help me. That's not the way to come into a live. Kat Karen said, wow, I feel like you are the type of person who doesn't like to eat the same thing every day. You like to eat unique things. I do. I go in the refrigerator, Kat Karen, and whatever's in there, that's what I eat. I don't plan anything. I really, really don't. Sasha, hello, hello. Bentley said, what I had for dinner is some soup and tortillas and some fruit. Okay, that sounds kind of healthy. Riker, I see you. Hello. Hippo, welcome back. Michaela said, for dinner, I had a cheeseburger. Okay. Rosalind said, thank you so much. You're welcome. Sakura said, you're 71. I thought you were 21. Thank you. With gray hair. You ever seen a 21-year-old with gray hair, guys? DS said, OMG. Hi, Mama Beth. Any haters today, like usual? Yep, I've already blocked about 5 people, DS. Riker, I see you. Sasha, hello. Edwin said, I like your stream. Thank you, Edwin. Bentley, I see you. Vox, welcome back. M. Letta. See, I only see M. Letta now when the folks in Nigeria are going to sleep. So in Nigeria now, let me tell y'all, it's 12:30. It's 12:30 at night. So M. Letta coming to my live when they sleep. I tell them that I see you. I tell them that you come into my live when they sleep, M. Letter. Frank Ocean said, hi, Mama Beth. I remember you. Yes. Meow said, no, I ran out of nuggets. Moreau Quinn said, Jesus loves you. My name is James. Well, hello, James. How are you? Robert said, I'm having pasta. Enjoy, enjoy. Frank Ocean said, just got out of school. Welcome home, Frank Ocean. I don't know. Said, I wish Flowley was here. Flowley might come in, Flowley might not. I don't know. Sarah said, and almost broke my VR control. Okay. Kayla, where are you at? I'm sending hi. What do you mean, where am I at? Tia said, orange chicken and rice. Okay. Zaylin Ramirez said, today I'm going to kickball practice. Okay. Gabby, Gotcha Life said, hi, Mama Beth. How are you today? Doing great, Gabby. It's said same Frank. James, okay, I love you. I love you too, James. Jeff, I see you smiling. I'm so happy. Sarah said, I'm currently having McDonald's. Enjoy. Hippo, why are you sick? Why are you sick? I don't like to hear that. Yes, Edwin, I have 2 kids. I have a son, a daughter, 12 grandkids, and I have 6 great grandkids. Bentley, you got new glasses? Good for you. You said glasses. I don't even know where mine are. Wow. Luther Benton, hello, hello. Caden Lucas, do you have any? No pets. I want a puppy, but I don't have one right now. Myra Quinn said, I got lettuce, tomatoes. Okay. Frank Ocean said, I had fettuccine. All right, Ice King, another floating heart. Thank you, thank you. Frank Ocean said, I had fettuccine, Alfredo, Caesar salad, and steak. You ate good, Frank Ocean. M. Letter said, spam and grape jelly on sesame seed bun. That's nasty, M. Letter. Spam and grape jelly on a sesame seed bun. I hope you got the low sodium spam. Men said, may God bless you. Thank you, men. Summy Lynn Burton, hello, hello. Keroy said, am I the only one who opens the cupboard, sees nothing, closes it, then checks again like I'm expecting food to spawn inside? You know what, Keroy? I do it sometimes because I look for something and I don't see what I want. So I guess I go back to see if my second choice is there. Summy said, Grandma, hello, Summy. Emmanuel said, no hate, I love you, but how old are you? I'm 71, Emmanuel, 71. Mara Quinn said, God bless you, and I love all of your streams. Thank you so much. Flor Espinosa, welcome, welcome. Caden said, do you have any animals? I have no pets, no animals, Caden. Ice King, Bacon Hair said, I played dodgeball and I got hit in the face by the ball because I was too good of dodge the red ball and my lips bled. Well, if you were good, if you were really too good, you wouldn't have gotten hit by that dodgeball. How about that? Uh-oh, what did I do? Uh-oh. Wait a minute, guys. I got to get back to where I was. What did I do? Guys, if I miss you, I'm sorry. I don't know what I just did. What did I do? I missed a whole lot of stuff. Lynette Johnson said, you're pretty. Thank you. Bentley said, my time in Dallas is 5:24. It's 6:24 here, Bentley. Maroke said, good. Diaz said, Luther, why are you saying ew? Get him straight, Diaz. Miss Cute Love. Hello, hello. Summy said in Charlotte it's 6:25. Okay. Ice King. I don't know what happened there. Diaz said when I was scrolling down. Okay. KK, that's what I'm gonna have to call you. Kayla said, I'm crying. Hug me, Mama Beth. What's wrong, Kayla? Meow said, gotta go take a shower. It's school night. Okay, Meow, see you later. Sakura said, I'm having boba tea for dinner. Sakura, not just boba, you gotta have some food. Jeffrey Huggins, thank you for the love. Bentley said, you're so pretty. Thank you, Bentley. Ice King sent me another floating heart. Thank you. Ice King said, here's a heart. Thank you, Ice King. Jeff said, respect, Beth, is easy. Most people find it difficult. Positive energy, attitude, best of all. Thank you, Jeff. Patty and Danny said, I'm having McDonald's, but I'm eating at 8 because I have tumbling, okay? Krista Carey, hello, hello, welcome, welcome. Guys, when you come in, double tap, click that like button. I should have more than 29 likes. I should have more than 29. Double tap, click that like button. Frank Ocean said, love you, Mama Beth. Love you too, but you didn't share your Alfredo steak and Caesar salad, Frank. James said, hi, I love your videos. I hope you have a great day. Thank you, James. Fanny, hello, welcome, welcome. Bentley said, bye, I have to go. See you later, Bentley. Have a good evening. Jameson said, hi, I love your videos. I hope you have a great day. Thank you, Jameson. Kayla, what are you crying for? Mara Quinn said, it's my birthday, and no one said happy birthday. Happy birthday to, why you take it back? Did y'all see that? Mara Quinn, are you lying? I think you are. Jameson said, hi, I love your videos. Okay, Fanny, hello. Jameson said, hi, okay. Foxy Malley, hello, hello. Jeffrey Huggins said, one day I will see you. Okay, Jeff. Edwin, see you later. Zaylin said, I love my outfit so much for kickball. Okay, Claire said she had pasta. Excuse me. Krista Carey said, I don't know. Jeff said, all good. Little man said, I'm having lasagna. Enjoy. I love lasagna. Sakura said, Jeffrey, pronounce. It's Jeffrey. Claire said, pasta for dinner. Paula D. Strong. Guess what? You're out of here, buddy. You're out. I'm reporting you for harassment. Paula, you just got reported and now you're getting blocked. Goodbye. Ignorant little child. Ice King said, haha, you're right. If I was too good, I wouldn't be able to get hit, silly. IDK said, I don't know. I'm going to have rice, okay? Grace on scene. Hello, hello. How are you? I don't know. Okay, Rice, Grace, hello. Kayla, please stop. If you're not going to say what's wrong, please stop saying I'm crying. Ice King said, Paula, how about, Kayla, all right, Kayla. Keroic said, I had something called bolognese pasta. Bake it was so good, even though the food didn't look like the packaging. It tasted better. Okay, Allie, hello. Grace said, beauty. Mara Quinn said, I am James. Okay. I'm not dealing with kids that don't know what to do. They're not willing to do the right thing. Foxy said, hi, I'm back. I love you so much. Love you too, Foxy. Claire said, you're so nice. I'm having pasta. Okay. Tara is your local girly. Okay. Grace on scene. I did not get 30 likes. Okay. Blue, hello. Zia Vista said, hi, I'm here. Welcome. Tara said, I gave you 20 likes. No, you cannot give me 20 likes, Tara. You did not. Adopt me, bestie. Hello, how are you? Foxy said, having tacos. Okay. Claire said, I don't know what that is. Adopt me. Hello. Ice King said, my birthday is gonna come up on March 17th. Okay, Ice King. Claire, your emo, okay. Adopt Me said I'm having burgers, okay. Olivia said happy birthday. Kayla, hello. Claire. Okay, Claire. Sarah, hello. Adopt Me said hi, honey. Hey, Adopt Me. Uh, Two Cats said I love your voice. Thank you so much. Sakura said emo is my style. It's a music choice. Get them straight, Sakura. Get them straight. Kayla said, hug me, Mommy Beth. Kayla, how can I hug you? Let's get real now. Dandy Art said, are you good? I'm great, Dandy. How are you? Zia said, I just got a new puppy. Congratulations, Zia. Kat Karen said, Mama Beth, let's say one day you're walking in a mall and let's say I see you. Would you take a picture with me and would you sign? Of course I would, Kat Karen. Of course. No hesitation. Num Num said, hi, Mama Beth. It's 2 a.m. in my city. Why are you still up, Num Num? Dandy Art, hello. Adopt Me said, hi, Mama Beth. Hello, Adopt Me. Foxy said, having tacos, okay. Meow said, wow, you're serving total cuteness overload, aren't you? If you say so, Meow. Sarah said, how you doing? I'm doing great today, Sarah. Thank you. Meow said back. Dandy is laughing. Ice King said, Kayla, calm down. Thank you, Ice King. Roro Gaming said, pizza. Dandy Art said, I don't know what I'm having. Okay, I'd be in the kitchen. When my grandmother was cooking, I'd be in the kitchen so I would know what I was going to have for dinner. Adopt Me said, I'm good. What about you? I'm fine. Kayla said, hi, Mommy Beth. I'm back for more, Mommy Beth. Okay, Kayla. It's just Amelia said, excuse me, can I have a, guys, you don't have to ask for a shout out. When you put a comment in the live, I will read your comment. Roro Gaming said, my dad's birthday is March 6th, okay? Jeff said, we actually need to get on a bus or plane, train, and go see Mama Beth. Surprise her vacation. That would be amazing, Jeff. That would be absolutely amazing. Claire Elizabeth said, emo is a style. Google it. Come on, guys. No arguing. Ice King said, Claire, if you're emo, you got to bring up something like music about your life and everything. Thank you, Ice King. Sakura said, no, it's a music choice. If you're emo, then maybe you're scene or black and white. Y'all go ahead and talk about it because I have no idea what you're talking about. Adopt Me said, Mama Beth, my birthday was yesterday. My parents forgot it. Would mean to the world if you could really adopt me. How could your parents forget your birthday? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Adopt Me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Adopt Me. God bless you. Blue said, what did I have for dinner? Seafood, okay? Jeffrey said, I have pizza, okay? Milan Ramos, hello, hello. I love FNAF. Chica, yep, you're late, about 30 minutes late, Chica. Exotic Gaming said, I'm at the hospital. What's wrong, Exotic? Foxy said, if you want to be my friend, I will be your friend, and I will be the one you love the most, and I will never be your friend ever because you. What are you talking about, Foxy? 1 minute you can be my friend, the next minute you're not. That doesn't make sense. And now I messed up. I scrolled again, y'all. Wait a minute. Num Num said, I'm still up because it's Ramadan and I'm staying up for sahur. Sahur is like you eat early in the morning and then you can't eat until 6. Okay. Kayla said, did your grandma? No, my grandmother's not alive, Kayla. Exotic Gaming, I don't know what you're saying. Laybug said, I put a bunch of comments and like the video in a scribe. Why haven't I gotten a shout out? I don't know why you haven't gotten a shout out. Every time a comment comes through to me, I read it. Dandy said, I finally found out that I'm having taquitos. Okay. Krista said, I love your video. Thank you. Exotic Gaming said, in the bed. Okay. Jeff said, seriously. Yeah, Jeff. Kamisha Tell, hello. Welcome back. Claire said, I am scene style, but I'm Korean. I'm scene girl. Okay. Adopt Me said, Kayla, that's rude. Don't say that to Mama Beth. Y'all better watch out because my subscribers don't play about me. They don't play about Mommy Beth. It's just Amelia said having pasta, okay? DS said, for real, Fully tuition said I had rice and shrimp. Good for you. Foxy said, sorry, Mama Beth. Okay. Adopt Me said she don't really talk to me. Okay. Sakura said, Claire, what? Y'all better watch out. My subscribers don't play, y'all. Exotic Gaming, hello. Cat Karen said, Mama Beth, I don't know if you know this, but since I'm in Lebanon, our time difference is 6 hours. Wow. So like now it's 1 a.m. Also, guys, please stop creating your drama stories, please. Thank you, Cat Karen. Thank you for staying up to be with me. DS said, for real, adopt me? Keroix said, adopt me. Beth will adopt you virtually. That's right, Keroix. Adopt Me said, thank you so much. God bless you. That meant so much. Ice King said, Claire, you can't be lying now. You said emo is a style, but now you're changing topics today. Y'all are tough. My subscribers are tough. Come on in, guys. Double tap, click that like button. If y'all get out of line, my subscribers will put you back in line. They're going to call you. They're going to call you to order. Sakura, I see you. Exotic Gaming, if you can't breathe, you need to go get some help. Claire said, my style is scene girl. Okay. Adopt Me said, Kiro, that's funny. Kiro wasn't trying to be funny. Trust me. Follow your passion. Hello, hello. Foxy said, I'm so sorry. Follow your passion. I'm doing great. How are you? Exotic, you're sick. I hope you do get better. Jeff said, late, print. Sakura said, thought it was email. Come on, y'all. I had enough of emo. Kaden had hot dogs. Foxy said, I didn't mean to. Ice King said, Claire, you clearly said you're emo, not a scene girl. Sakura Blossom, you're speaking a bunch of nonsense. Now, Claire, you can't be bragging about those stuff which you ain't. All right, y'all. Laybug said, can you please say my name? It's Layla. Hello, Layla. Kim Miller has spaghetti. Kaden said, I'm having hot dogs. Claire said, both. Sakura. Jeffrey Huggins said, one day me and Mommy Beth will go to the movies. I'm going to take you up on that, Jeff. I'm going to take you up on that. You just told me we were going to have a date and go to the movies. Liam said, I love you more. The best. I love your lies. Thank you, Liam. Ramirez, guess what? You're out of here. Goodbye. Goodbye, Ramirez. You're out. It's just Amelia said, I'm sorry. I have to go to sleep. I'll watch your live tomorrow. Okay. Good night, Amelia. Neon, welcome back. Neon said this. Liam said, I had chicken bowl. Okay. Sakura said, okay, sure. Kayla said, Mama Beth, I'm not rude. I'm nice. Okay. Well, I mean, you have to think about the way you're coming across to the subscribers, Kayla. Adopt Me said, I love you, Mama Beth. Okay. As a Grammy. Okay. Kamisha said, have pizza. Kim Miller said, what time is it over there? Kim, it is 6:40, 20 minutes to 7. Nathan Salgado said, rice and beans with meat. Okay. DS said, ban. Ah, ha, ha. I don't care, haters. Brooklyn Hogue said, in the back. What are you talking about? Brooklyn, don't come into my live with foolishness. You're out of here. Goodbye. Bye, Brooklyn. Ice King said, Claire, I think you're not good in the head. Uh-oh. Claire said, I am Korean and my style is emo and scene girl. Exotic said, that's what's wrong. Chastity, hello. Colleen said, it's 1 p.m. Okay. Maybe where you are, Colleen, it's 6:41 here. Amelia said, I have a bully. Can you please tell me how to stop being friends with her? Well, first of all, if you have a bully, they're not your friend. So I think you're a little bit confused about saying you have a bully. How can you stop being friends with her? A bully is not your friend. A bully is not anybody's friend. So that's what the problem is. You're calling someone a friend that has never been a friend. And the only way, you just need to walk away. Have nothing more to do with them. Simple as that. Adopt Me said, Mama Beth, I have to go to my football game. Okay, see you later. Colleen, hello. Cat Karen said, me and everyone. Jeff said, yes. Nathan said, rice with beans and meat. Okay. Sakura said, Claire, what does you being Korean have anything to do with this? Just a question. Well, Exotic said, that's why I'm at the hospital. Exotic, I don't understand. What do you mean that's why you're at the hospital? You got to put everything in one sentence so I understand what you're saying. Kim Miller said, what time is it over there? 6:42. Keroy said, it's true. We call her Mommy Beth, and we are known as Little Bethies. Nathan said rice, beans, and meat. You said that about 4 times, Nathan. I got you. Exotic Gaming said I'm Exotic Gaming. If you're trying to tell me your age, do not put your age in my live. That will get you blocked. Kerouac said Sakura kind of get calling out tonight. Yep. Jawad, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Guys, double tap, click that like button. I should have 50 likes by now. Double tap, click that like button. I should be at 50. I should be at 50. Ice King said, Claire, you can stop talking about being emo now. Y'all had enough. Colton, hello, hello. Jawad, I see you. Claire said, okay, but I am, but okay. Toughness Emily said, I'm eating taco salad. Enjoy. Nathania said, curry chicken. That sounds delicious. Claire said, you don't have to believe me, but I am. Okay. Kayla said, subscribers chit-chatting me. Y'all stop or else Mama Beth ban you. I'm not banning anyone, Kayla. Why would I ban them? Neon said, can you help me with something? What is it, Neon? Kerouac said, I don't know what's happening. All I'm here is she's emo. He's emo. Who's emo? Yes, Kerouac. Chica said, Mama Beth, what's up, Chica? Exotic Gaming said, my breath is 99. If your breath is 99, you are fine, Exotic. You're fine. Sakura said, Claire says she is. Jeffrey Huggins said, don't play with Mommy Beth. That's right. Rockstar said, chicken soup and grilled cheese. Sounds delicious. Over here, a lot of times we have tomato soup with grilled cheese. Sakura said, but I'm just saying it's a music taste, not a style. Neon said, I'm having pizza. Exotic said, my heart rate is 148. That's a little elevated. It is. Ice King said, Claire ain't emo. She's a grown woman. Calming, she's Korean and emo. Okay, y'all handle that. Claire said, because I am, but can we stop? Please stop talking about it. I think that's best. Selah said, I love your channel. Selah is saved by grace. I love that. I love that. Thank you for loving my channel. Make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell, Selah. Pamela Madrid said, pizza. Laybugs, welcome back. Said, I'm going to leave, but come back soon. Laybugs, I'm just seeing your comment. Kylie Cake said, mac and cheese. Hi, Mommy Beth. I have to go, but I want to check in on you. Love you. See you later. Okay, Kylie Cakes. Kerouac said, I think it's both, but I'm not too educated on aesthetics and style, probably because I don't have any. Stop, Kerouac. You have your own style. Yes, you do, Kerouac. Nathania said, curry chicken, adopt me. I see you. Pamela said, I subscribe. Thank you, Pamela. Krista Carey said, grilled cheese for dinner. Okay. Kim Miller said, can you help me? Kim, you have to stop the bully. And the only way you can stop the bully is you need to tell an adult, tell the principal, tell the teacher, tell your parents, and you keep telling them until they make it stop. Death Rider official. Hey, hey, hey. Death Rider's in the house. Hey, my friend, how are you? Laybug said, I'm going to leave. Okay, Laybugs. Owen, welcome, welcome. Guys, y'all aren't double tapping when you come in. Double tap, double tap. Click that like button. Well, Kayla, you gotta handle the bully. If you don't, as much as you're talking in here, if you were talking about that bully, it would be over by now. Foxy Malley said, how many subscribers do you have? I have to go on. I think you have to have 50 subscribers to go live. Jakar, hello, hello. I don't know why you're saying no. Sean Peterson said fish. Jakar, you're blocked. Goodbye, Jakar. You're out. Don't come into my live spamming. You're out of here. Ridiculousness. Zen, do not tell your age. I will block you. Jeff, I see you. DS said, stop spamming and don't put your age in the chat. Kat said, whoever, and I mean whoever wants to joke about Mommy Beth was sorry to break the news to you, but you have to go through me. Me, Flowley, Edward, Country, Human, Kerouac, Jeff, Jaden, and a lot more. Think again. Wow, Kat. I told him my subscribers don't play about me. They don't. Neon said, whoever be rude is messing with the Beth game. All right. Jeff said, report it. Ice King said, stop spamming. Jakar's already been blocked, y'all. Jeffrey Huggins said, no age and Mommy Best Live. That makes me mad. Okay. DS said, stop Jakar. DS, he been blocked. Jeff said, I have. Brenda said, potatoes, corn, and Southberry steak. What is South? I think you mean Salisbury. Brenda, it's Salisbury, not Southbury. Salisbury, Salisbury. Brenda, hello. Giano said, hi, Mama. Hello, Giano. Chica said, call me Jeffy. Please, I cannot call you Jeffy because your screen name is I love FNAF Chica. Freddie Fazbear said, I recommend you Little Caesars. I don't like Little Caesars, Freddie. Death Rider had steak. Well, you had to have something with that steak, Death. What else did you have? DS said chicken. You had something else with that chicken, I'm sure. Claire said, I stopped, so can you guys stop? Okay. Sakura said, I stopped what? Christy said, I'm playing Fortnite. Enjoy, Christy. Ice King said, Claire, you can stop throwing tantrum. No one talked to you yet. Keroy said, we're not saying anything no more. Yeah, Claire, let it go. Let it go. Kayla, you better be careful who you talking to and how you talk to them. Don't you dare tell Jeff to chill out. Don't you dare. Keroix said, we're all here to be friends. That's right, Keroix. Sakura said, Claire, we are exactly. I hope I don't have to block anybody because of that emo conversation because I've had enough. Ice King said, Claire, why are you dragging it on? Exactly, Ice King. Kamisha said, you're an angel. I think that's what that is. Thank you, Kamisha. Sakura said, DS, let them be. Yep. Ice King said, get over it with your, that's right, get over it. Jeff said, which Jeff? That's all right, Jeff. I already handled it. Don't worry about it. It's all right. Who is this? You got too much in here. Moshi, you're sick. I'm sorry you're sick. I hope you feel better. Sanmui, I can't read all of that. Giyu Sanmui, hello. Claire. All right, guys, if you say anything about emo, I'm not reading it. And if I keep saying something about emo, I will block you, period. If I see emo in another comment, you're getting blocked, period. Foxy said, thank you, Mama Beth. You're welcome. Zen, do not put your age in the live. If you do it again, I will block you. Ice King said, Claire, you're stating it all over again by mentioning it. That's all right. If I see emo another time, you're getting blocked. Jeff said, no age. DS said, okay, Sakura. Kim Miller said, nobody talk about Mummy Bear. Okay, Kim. Ice King said, so be quiet now. Okay. Y'all, oh, Kayla, I said the next person that said emo was getting blocked. I sure said it, didn't I? And you're not going to make me a liar. All right. You're out of here, Kayla. You're out. Goodbye. Claire, you want to say it again? You're out too. Kim Miller said, Beth, I meant, okay. Zen, you're out of here. I said, do not put your age. You did it 3 times. You're out. Neon said, subscribe. What is going on in this live today? Jeff said, exactly. Kayla has been blocked. Sakura, leave it alone or I will block you too. Neon said, subscribe, please. Thank you, Neon. JV Pov said, McDonald's quads. Hello. Guys, double tap, click that like button. Double tap, click that like button. I'm stuck at 54. It's okay, Ice King. We're not talking about it anymore. Disney Lover, hello. Lily Nelson said, hey, beautiful mama. Hello. Foxy, you're right. Stop saying your age. Well, he already got blocked. Death Rider had steak and eggs. Okay. Meow said, I'm going to go draw, but on digital. Okay. Lily said, I'm having a sun-dried tomato pasta, Italian sausage, and broccoli and salad on the side. Sounds very healthy, Lily. Crazy Daisy, welcome. Megan, welcome back. Kamisha said, you're being arrested because you're too beautiful. Thank you. Zen has been blocked. Amanda said, hi, Mama Beth. Sorry I couldn't get on for a couple of days. I've been really busy with school, but I'm back. I remember you, Amanda. Ski, hey, how are you? Jeffrey Huggins said, that's right, Mommy Beth. Ski, I said, one more person said emo. You're out, Ski. I'm not playing. When I say don't do something, I mean it. Ski, you're out. Kamisha said, stop saying your age. She's going to kick. Yep, they're already out. Summer, you're out too. Goodbye. They think I'm kidding. I don't care if I had to block all of them. Megan, guess what? You're out too. Goodbye. Just dumb. All right. It's Ice King. Don't worry about it. They're out of here. Haley, Sierra, hello. DS said, don't put your age. OMG. Cat's Eye Icon, you're out of here. Goodbye. If I see emo in the live, you're getting blocked. Death Rider, don't worry about it. Austin, hello. Taz George said, I'm going to a different school. I'm going to Smith Station, okay. I don't know what that is. I'm glad nobody else does. Austin said, nothing yet. What you going to eat, though, Austin? Michelle Johnson said, OMG, Mommy Beth, I'm back. OMG, I missed you. Miss you too, Michelle. Come on in. Haley said, I had nothing for dinner. Okay. Look at this mess. Michelle said, McDonald's. Quana Paris, hello. Keroix says, some of y'all are such children. You're making a fool of yourselves. Behave. Keroix is tired of this. Thank you, Keroix. Austin, I'm going to let this one slide. But I said, if anybody mentioned that word, they were out of here. Don't do it again. DS said, stop the argument, Mama Beth, please. DS, I'm telling you, I'm blocking everybody. If I see the word emo, they're out of here. Lisa Deer said, hi, love it so much. Thank you, Lisa. Skylar said, I'm having spaghetti for dinner. Okay, enjoy, Skylar. Sakura said, I'm sorry, Mama Beth. Okay, Taz said, gotta call the cops because it's illegal to be this beautiful. Thank you, Quana. Hello. Ice King said, Megan, you gotta be 7. Leave it alone, Ice King. Leave it alone. Austin said, hi, Mama Beth. Hello, Austin. Allison, hello. What is this? Brito's drawing said, you look like Felix from Stray Cats. I heard that before. Foxy said, Mama Beth, I have to go eat tacos. Bye. I love you so much. Love you too, Foxy. Flor Espinosa said, chicken nuggets. All right. Skylar said, hello. Don't say your age, Skylar. I will block you. Random said, good luck. All right, Random. There you go. Goodbye. You guys are so ignorant. That's the only word that comes to mind. When someone says don't do it and you do it anyway, that's pure ignorance. Austin said, I'm sorry for saying it. Sui Ram said, I have rib and chicken. I don't know what that is. Kamisha said, do you like, I love barbecue, Kamisha. DS said, OMG. DS, do not mention that word. Leave it alone. Neon said, Mommy Beth, not trying to be rude, but can you not try to, I don't ignore anyone. And I don't appreciate you accusing me of ignoring you, Neon. If your comment comes through, I read it. Sometimes comments don't come through. So please, don't you ever accuse me of ignoring you. Don't ever. Roman, hello. Michelle said, what's your favorite food? All food, as long as it tastes good. Skylar said, sorry for saying my age. It's okay, Skylar. Jeff said, a healthy conversation and others are so immature, but we prevail. We're going to prevail, Jeff, if I have to block all of them. Ice King said, DS, let's stop saying the name now, okay? Crick said, my 5-year-old brother is playing with my cousin. There you go. Really, Crick? I just said, you don't tell your age, and then you tell your age. Sui Ram said, rice and chicken. Gotcha. Keroix said, we got to keep you all safe. That's right. Country Girl said, hi, Mama Beth. Just got home. Welcome, Country Girl. Dana Shay said, hi, Mom. How you doing, Dana Shay? Dia said, okay, Ice. Thank you. Kat Karen said, if this was a classroom, Mama Beth would be strict but lenient teacher. Me, Human, Edward, and Floaty would be in front and the quiet but smart and teacher's pet. And the rest would be the gossip girls. Alice had pizza. Melissa Walker, hello. Roblox Rants, hello. Neon said, okay, I'm sorry, Mommy Beth. Please don't block me. I'm sorry. I didn't know you weren't ignoring me or not. I don't ignore anyone, Neon. And if you've been in my live, if you've been in my live once, you know that I don't ignore anybody. Kamisha said, even one like and subscribe. Thank you, Kamisha. Alice Elizabeth, hello, hello. DS said, please don't spam. Kerouac said, my comments don't get through sometimes, and I never wing about it. Donna Shay said, hi, Mama, how are you? I'm doing great, Donna Shay. Thank you so much for asking. Alice said, pizza. Kat Karen said, hi, country. Sorry I didn't mention you in my comments like the class thing. You weren't here. Sorry. Judah, Valencia, hello, hello. Guys, I'm stuck at 60 likes. I know more people have come in. Double tap, double tap. I am stuck at 60 likes. Double tap. There we go. Let's go. Double tap, double tap. Skylar said, you're way too beautiful to be here. Michelle said, guys, I'm also a famous YouTuber. Okay, Michelle. Alice, hello, hello. Alice said, pizza. Ice King said, Michelle, don't lie. Lily said, I would not be a gossip girl. I'm so sweet. Brady Carter, welcome back. Jeff said, yes. Roblox Rant said, I've been on most of your lives. Okay. Michelle, I see you. Amanda said, stop saying your age and stop saying the words she tells us not to say multiple times. It's rude to Mama Beth. Remember, we love Mama Beth. Only nice, kind, and capable people are allowed in this chat. Thank you, Amanda. Dinah Shay said, I'm going to eat macaroni and cheese. Enjoy, Dinah Shay. Kamisha said, I meant everyone like and subscribe. Okay. Squish. Hello, hello. Double tap, click that like button. Neon said, whenever I ask for subscribers, you don't see. Well, I don't see it. I mean, I can only read what I see. And Neon, if you want subscribers, you came into the live wrong. It's 2 left feet. You don't come into a live accusing the host of not reading your stuff, and then you expect the same subscribers that support me, you want them to support you. Do you think they would want to? I don't. Haley Sierra said, I might have popcorn for dinner because I'm watching a movie. Okay, that's not dinner though, Haley. Dinah Shay said, thank you, Squish. Hello. Eric Yanez said, hi, I remember you, Eric. Skylar said, I got my cat Flint with me right now. He looks so cute. Okay, Chocolate, hello, hello. Thank you for liking. Meow says, slay. Michelle said, Ice King, I'm being for real. I am. Yesenia, hello, hello. I do remember you, Yesenia. Jeff said, I'm a shy person, so Mama Beth would never have to worry about me. Squishy, I don't know why you keep saying type. I don't know why you're saying it, but stop it. Jeffrey Huggins said, I love you, Mommy Beth, only in the live. What you mean you only love me in the live? I don't understand that one. Krista said, Roblox or Fortnite. I don't play any of those, Krista. Meow said, be safe. Okay, Yesenia, I remember you, Yesenia. Neon said, all right, I'm sorry. Okay. Ice King said, Neon, you are the biggest attention seeker here. Like, go do something in your life, So you see what I'm saying, Neon? If you want subscribers, you can't offend people and then ask them to be your subscribers. Lily, hello, hello. Demetrius, I put some Batana oil in my hair and I just braided it. That's all. Eric, I see you. Country Girl said, how are you? Doing great, Country Girl. How are you? Kat Karen said, Beth, I haven't commented a single comment without reaching the comment limit. I'm not kidding. I love talking to you. It's so easy and effortless. And guys, please go back to grammar lessons, please. So Kat Karen, you can also go to community and you can send me messages there. You can send them as long as you want. Sleepy Shino, hello. Neon said, just block me. I deserve it. I came into the live ball route and I'm nice every day. I'm just greedy. Well, Neon, that sounds like a character flaw that you got to work on. And why you would tell me to block you, that lets me know that you got something else going on. Haley said, I also got my cat with me. Her name is Patches. Okay. Chocolate said, I'm going to eat chicken and bread for dinner. Okay. Roblox Rant said, remember to like and subscribe to Mama Beth. She's here every day at 6 a.m., 6:30 a.m. and somewhere around, it's 6 p.m., 6:30 a.m., 6 p.m. Don't miss out and come back tomorrow. Thank you, Roblox. Skylar said, I watch you almost every day and when I'm at my mom's, okay? Neon said, Ice King, We don't use the word shut up. You see, that's what I'm talking about, Neon. How you going to tell somebody to shut up? Really? Keroic said, I got to tell you something. You're the coolest 71-year-old ever, a diva. Thank you, Keroic. Kiwi Kittens, hello, hello. Country Girl said, that's good. I'm doing good. Mario Beltran said, oh, mama. Hello, Mario. Edwin said, hello, I'm back. Welcome back, Edwin. Alicia Smith said, chicken. Michelle Bennett, hello. Kamisha said, stop being mean. I don't know who you're talking to, Kamisha. Yesenia said, someone bullied me at school. Yesenia, I tell you, like I tell everybody else, if you get bullied at school, you need to talk to your teacher, your principal, your resource officer, your teacher, and your parents until it stops. Ice King said, Neon, if you were nice, you wouldn't tell Beth what to do. All right. Michelle Bennett, hello. Amanda's having tacos. Kiwi said, don't spam at Michelle. Okay. DS said, Neon, change your actions. Don't be rude. We don't deserve this. This nice is better, not rude. If you change, everything will be nice. I promise. There you go, DS. Michelle said again. Jeffrey Huggins said, I love you forever and always. Thank you, Jeffrey. Michelle said, okay. Hola, guys. Hello, hello. Edwin, welcome back. Ice King, I don't know what you took back. Theo said steak and salad. Okay, Theo. Michelle Bennett said, I'm eating dinner right now, chicken and rice. Jacob Palmer said, I'm back. Remember me? I remember you, Jacob. Edwin said, please, we be friends. Of course. Neon said, you like to live? Okay. Skylar said, you're way too pretty. Thank you, Skylar. Neon said, I like the live. I'm glad you like it. Jeff said, yes. Levi, hello. Michelle, hello. Ella Riz, hello. Yesenia said, okay, Michelle, I don't know. Kat Karen said, guys, you know how the American soldiers are the strongest? Well, the Bethian soldiers are much more stronger. Say literally one bad thing, and you'll regret having YouTube downloaded. Try it. Wow, Kat Karen, y'all are protective. Kamisha said I was talking to Neon, okay. Tamanika said, hi, my name is Lee Jorn. That's not your name. Lee Jorn 41 Dre is not your name. It is not. Flowly. Hey, so YouTube didn't tell me you were live. It's okay, Flowly. You made it in before I end. Tamanika, hello. Yesenia, what did you say? Your dinner is spaghetti. Lily said, there's so much going on. I'm so confused. Don't be confused, Lily. Don't be confused. Draco, hello. Said, hi, I was watching your live this week. I'm glad you were. I hope that you have subscribed and clicked that notification bell. Haley said, you're getting arrested because you're too pretty. Thank you, Yesenia. I see you. Ice King said, Neon, it's all right. You got to change that attitude. You don't get to tell what Beth can then and what she can't. You can't come in here and say all that stuff. That's right, Ice. Neon said, I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't trying to tell you what to do. I'm sorry. I forgive you. I forgive you. Carlos, hello. How are you? Liam said Chinese. Liam's eating Chinese. Okay. Jacob said, sorry, I have to go. I have school tomorrow. See you later, Jacob. Carlos said, Konnichiwa neighborhood. Hello. Keroic said, tonight has been something else. You can say that again, Keroic. Wow. Country Girl said, I had for dinner chicken and dumplings. All right. Neon said, Ice King, we be friends. Thank you, Neon. That's the way to start. That is a way to start. Jace Brown said, hi, I just got on. Welcome. Death Rider, you leaving me already? All right. See you later. Have a good one. Amanda, I see you. Jean Adrian said, sorry, I was late to the live. I was doing homework. That's okay. Homework is more important than this live. Lacey Gray said, cube steak. Skiz said, I've missed so much. About an hour, Skiz. About an hour. Country Girl said, I just ate mango pudding and I just got back from food pantry and they were the sweetest people. I'm glad, Country Girl. Chocolate said, your name have to be in words. Tomanico, I don't know what you're saying, Chocolate. Flowly said, I'm making a peanut butter and strawberry jelly sandwich. I just found the strawberry jelly. Do you like grape? I like both, Flowly. I like strawberry and grape. but not jelly. I like preserves. I like pieces of fruit in my stuff. Kat Karen said, Mommy Beth, you know how I love to use my emojis when commenting. Well, my keyboard isn't letting me use emojis. Also, for anyone who is weirded out, just know anything can happen in Mommy's live. That's true. Jeff said, I enjoy Mama Beth's videos and live stream. So positive, so true, so beautiful. Oh, thank you, Jeff. Amanda said, just giving you a heads up, Mama Beth, might not be here Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon. I have a softball tournament. Oh, you'll miss me. It's okay, Amanda. It's okay. Death Rider, see you later, darling. Jeffrey Huggins said, Mommy Beth, sometimes I'm a little late. It's okay, Jeffrey. What's important is that you come in. That's what's important. Ice King said, it's 2 degrees outside. My window is quite snowy. Ice King, I'm glad I'm not where you are. Mommy Beth does not do good in the cold at all. Haley said, I hope you have a good night, Mama Beth. Thank you, Haley. Edward Wood said, hi, Mama. Hey, 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 Edward. Lacey Gray said, cube steak, green beans, and potato. Okay. Dinah Shay said, I'm Jamaican, so we have Jamaica, which is tomorrow at school, and we're going to have a bounce house and everything. All right, y'all going to have some fun, huh? JR Roblox is having Chick-fil-A for dinner. Skid said, my stomach hurt. I ate 2 pieces of pizza. That's not enough to make your stomach hurt, is it, Skid? Country Girl said, yes, we make less than the homeless, so we went to the food pantry, so we have food in our house. All right, Country Girl. I don't like to hear that. I don't like to hear that. So I'm gonna send you a message a little later. If not today, tomorrow, Country Girl. Flowly got the rockets ready. Lacey Gray said cube steak and green beans and potato. Gotcha. Kat Karen said also, Mama Beth, you should really do something where you gather all your Bethians and we do a whole concert with all of us and you sing my portion. Just imagine, you would sell out in seconds. Well, you know what? The only way we could do that is if all of the Bethians got a membership. And like I told you, membership is $2.99. So with membership, I can do members only lives, but I want to make sure I'm able to have lives with all of my subscribers. But I can do members only lives if the Bethians want to get a membership for $2.99. Haley, I see you. Kat Karen said, hey, Flowly. JR Roblox, hello. Beaded Creation said, good morning, Mama Beth. Hey, Beaded. Kamisha, see you later. Take care. Yesenia said, see you later, alligator. That's right, Yesenia. After a while, crocodile. Jace Brown said, I have for dinner spaghetti and meatballs. Sounds delicious. Country Girl said, hi at Kat Karen. Neon said, I might not be able to join the live on Saturday because I have to go to a car show with my dad, but I can join tomorrow and I will definitely give you a like. Thank you, Neon. Nancy said, what's up? What's up, Nancy? I see you. Kamisha Flowly said, hi at Kat Karen. Chocolate said, what time is it by you? It is 7:11 here, Chocolate. Dinah Shay said, I mean Jamaica Day. I understood what you meant, Dinah Shay. Flowly said, has human come? Nope. Haven't seen human, Flowly. Haley said, I subscribed and I'll watch the live tomorrow. Welcome to the family, Haley. Welcome, welcome. Jean Adrian said, well, I had, what is Dino Chicken? What is that, Jean? Yesenia, thank you for the love. Jacob Palmer said, I'm back. Sorry, my sister was saying I had school tomorrow, but she was saying it for fun. Okay, Harold said, I did not eat dinner. Well, you're going to eat dinner, aren't you, Harold? Lily said, what's cube steak? Cube steak is a piece of beef that has been pounded because it's a tough, really tough cut of beef, and they pound it and run it through this thing to make it so that when you cook it, it's not tough. Paige Amos said, hey, give me good luck. I'm about to go to my basketball game. I don't believe in luck, Paige. I believe in skill. Mommy Beth don't believe in luck. Country Girl said, yeah, but I never go hungry. That's good, Country Girl. Otter, hello, hello. DS said, I don't usually comment because I check the comments because I hate haters. Okay, Country Girl, I'm still going to send you a message, so make sure you look for it. Kat Karen said, hi, Country. Haley said, I'm going to go get my popcorn. Okay, Country Girl said, but our grandma will help us if we need help, but sometimes she can't, so we go to the food pantry. Okay. Crazy Daisy said, if you're going live on Saturday, I go live every day, Crazy Daisy, every day. Country Girl said, how are you, Cat Karen? Jeff said, soon, Mama Beth membership. Okay, Jeff. Dinah Shay said, bye, Mama Beth. See you later, Dinah Shay. Veronica said, Jollof. Jollof rice. All right now, Veronica, you talking my talk. Flowly said, yeah, it's 7-Eleven from me. Okay. Naruto, welcome back. Said, I had nothing for dinner. I was fasting for Ramadan. But you know, you're going to eat when your fast time is over, Naruto. Neon said, all right, Mama Beth, I'm going to go. Hope you have a good night. God bless you. God bless you too, Neon. And thank you so much. Thank you, Neon, for adjusting your attitude. I really appreciate it. Jean Adrian said, sorry, I meant to say Dino chicken nuggets. Okay. Lily said, oh, okay. Thank you so much for telling me. Trick Shot, hello, hello. Please don't spam my live. It's just hello. Bill Hall said dinner was tuna salad with hard-boiled eggs. I love a good tuna salad, Bill. I do. Paige Amos said, okay, thank you. You're welcome. Neon said, how do you send Country Girl a message? In my community. Flowly said, no spamming. That's right. Isaac Black, hello. Country Girl said, okay, I'll stay on a lookout for a message. Okay. Medina said, I'm here. Olivia, hello. Marriott Visen, hello, hello. Chocolate said, what? 7:12 p.m. Mine is 8:12. We're all in different time zones, Chocolate. We're all in different time zones. Guys, make sure you double tap, click that like button. Double tap, click that like button. I should have 100 likes by now. Double tap, click that like button. Harold said, I will go get food and eat while watching. Okay. Miguel Schmidt, really? You know, Miguel, you're going to get out. Goodbye, Miguel. You're out. Isaac, I see you. Haley said, I put my popcorn in the microwave. It's almost done. Mario said, God. Olivia, I remember you, Olivia. Jean Regine said, I got rice and chicken. Okay. Umar, hello. Amanda said, how many longer will you be here? Probably about 15 minutes, Amanda. Harold said, how long until 15 minutes, Harold. Flowly said, when, Beth? Thank you, Flowly. Paige said, God bless you. Thank you. Neon said, you're welcome. I didn't tell you this, but I had a bad day today. Well, you know what, Neon? We all have bad days. So you have to be careful, especially if you had a bad day. You have to be careful and make sure that you're not putting your bad day on other people. I do understand, though, and it's forgiven. Okay, no problem. Nancy said, hi, I'm going to have pasta. Okay, Mario, I see you. Thank you for the love, Mario. Okay, said, when does my stream end? I said it's going to end in now about 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Allison had pizza. Lily, I see you. Okay, 10 minutes. Okay. Edits said, my butter hurts from. Okay, you're out of here. Just ignorant. You can tell how old you are, Edits, because you're being stupid. Okay, said hello. I've already said hello. Okay, Ice King. I can really tell the age of some of you in my live because you're saying really dumb stuff. So the things that you would not say in front of your parents, don't come into my live and say it. Ice King said, Miguel, how about get off that iPad? It's your bedtime. School is tomorrow. Olivia said, I eat sushi. Okay. Tommy said, I love your videos. I just subscribed. My name is Amanda. Thank you for subscribing, Amanda. Welcome to the family. It's just said, bye. I have to go to work. Okay. Have a good day. Marriott said, love you so much. Love you too. Guys, I am stuck at 85 likes. I need 15 more likes. Let's go. Country Girl said, are you going to do it after? Yes, Country Girl, after the live. Gerald Roberts, really? Ignorant one. You're blocked. Goodbye, Gerald. Jarrell, whatever your name is. Lily said, oh. Eileen Cogman said, McDonald's. Country Girl said, Jarrell, yep, out of here, Country Girl. Matthew said, people, yes. Anthony said, pizza. Flowly said, Jarrell is out of here, Flowly. Blocked. Anthony Walden says, subscribed. Okay. Chocolate said, I'm going to play Roblox on my tablet. See you later, Chocolate. Neon said, all right, now I'm going to go. Bye, joining live tomorrow. I might do my own live if it works. Okay, Neon, take care. Flowly said, stop cursing. Edits. He out of here. He's out of here, Flowly. Anthony Walden, I don't know what you mean. Diaz said, she is not a Karen. No, I am not. Edward said to Mama, when I was a child, she walks before me to set an example. When I was a teenager, she walks behind me to be there should I need her. When now I'm an adult, she walks beside me. That's really nice. Thank you, Edward. Country Girl said, hi, Edward. It's Olivia. Hello. Shalise Harris said, I'm a member. Well, thank you for being a member, Shalise. Kayla Marrero said, what do you have for dinner? I had a baked sweet potato and some fish sticks. Nancy said, human. I haven't seen human today, Nancy. Marietta, thank you for the love. Country Girl said, okay, I'll look out for it if I have my phone. Okay. DS said, you don't look like a member, Shalise. Ben Falato, hello. Killian said, thank you, Killian. I need 11 more likes, guys. 11 more. Double tap. Uh-oh, I did it again, y'all. Why do I keep doing that? I keep moving it. Okay. Jeffrey Huggins said, why do they say the wrong thing? Because I cannot identify them, Jeffrey Huggins. I can't see their face. If I could see their face, they wouldn't do it. Zara Kahinde, hello. The Carry On, hello. I don't know. Guys, don't put random stuff in my live. I will block you. Killian said pizza. Ben Falato, no kidding. You had food? Really? Robin Reynolds said, hey, lovely grandma. I just got done listening to your music. I love you so much. You're the best. I hope I could get some money to gift you. Well, thank you, Robin. I'm glad you enjoyed the music. And maybe one day you will be able to gift me, okay? It's okay if you can't do it right now. Killian said pizza. Umar said pizza. Nova, hello. Flowley said, put your comments in once. That's right, Killian. Kat Karen said, hey, Edward. DS said, yeah, Flowley. Nova said pizza. Kat Karen said, we got the whole gang. Yep, everybody's in here, Kat. Tell her hello. FRL, welcome back. Welcome back. Guys, make sure you're double tapping when you come in. Double tap. I need 9 more likes. I got to get my 100. Double tap. Amanda said, I had a wonderful day. I'm glad to hear it, Amanda. FF Rivals, thank you for liking. Jacob said, I was going to donate the money. Somehow I got hacked. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. FFR, you have subscribed. Thank you so much. Welcome to the family. FRL said, I like. Thank you so much. Nazir, what is this? Nas sent me. Oh, I got to get to it. Amber, hello. DS, I see you. Mem Studio, hello. Jeff said, I'm always thankful for Mama Beth. Unfortunately, I'm a man to admit that I'm a sensitive person with emotional problems. Aw, why does my screen keep doing that? Especially crying. Mama Beth is helping me with my feelings. I'm glad, Jeff. I'm always here for you. Amber, please don't do that. Haley said, back with my popcorn. Lily said, them stale dread. Oh, really? You out of here. Goodbye, Lily, you're out. Don't come into my live being rude. Unknown said, I haven't eaten yet. Okay, Ricardo said, it was a big spider. Okay, DS, I see you. FRL said, I told you I'd come back. Yep. Naziz Clip sent me 100. Thank you, Naziz. Talia, I remember you. Goobs, hello. Ben Falato, hello. Lily said, do people like me in this live? How they gonna like you, Lily? Do they know you? Country Girl said, I'm liked and subscribed. I know you are, Country Girl. Love Monkeys, hello. Medina Princess, hello. Vox said, I'm back again, okay. Amber said, what's for dinner? I think I used to like cooking, but now it's not. But now it's just an incapable task. When I hear it, I don't know. I don't do a lot of cooking. So if I can put it in my air fryer or in the microwave, I'm good. Excuse me. Dakarian said, hey, Mama. Hello, Dakarian. Love Monkey said, when are you done this live? About 5 minutes. Goob said, OMG, you're so pretty. Thank you. Edward said, I would love to have Mama around for dinner, and the meal would be her choice, and I'd cook. I have an A level in catering, amazing conversation and company, and a pleasure to host and have in my life. Oh, Edward, I'd love to do that too. Adeline, hello. Haley said it's good. GK, hello. Homer said hello. My name is Anania. Okay. Vicky, hello. Adeline, hello. Jeffrey Huggins, thank you for the love. GK, hello. Allison, hello. Jenna said ice cream. FRL said loving the live. Thank you, Vicky. Hello. Ice King said, Lily, no one is liking a disrespectful person like you. Uh-oh. Allison said good night. Good night, Allison. FRL, thank you. GK, I don't know what that means. Don't put numbers in that live. That'll get you blocked, buddy. Ricardo said my sister was in the bathroom with the spider. I'm scared because when I looked at it, it was gone. Goobs. Goob said, you're welcome. Thank you, GK. Hello. Edward Wood said, hi, country girl. How are you? Flowly said, don't put nonsense in the chat. There you go, Flowly. DeCarrion said, what you doing? DeCarrion, what am I doing? Can you tell me what I'm doing? Country girl said, okay, I'll still have my phone by then to see your message. Okay. If not, you can see it in the morning, country girl. Goob said, by the way, my name is Harmony. Welcome, Harmony. Lily said, I'm not a disrespectful person. That was a different person. Well, Lily, if they're on your phone under your account, guess who's held accountable? You are. Amy, I remember you. Logan, hello. Haley, I see you. Country girl said, I'm good. How about you, Edward? Tala said, okay, I like this boy in my classroom, but what do I say to him? You don't say anything, Tala, because you should be concentrating on your education and not boys. GK, I don't know what you're talking about. Logan, hello. Austin, welcome back. Ice King said, Tala, do you have a crush on that boy? She don't need to be thinking about boys in school. Barbara Bracewell said, do you remember me? I haven't cheated in a while. Okay, Barbara, I'm glad you haven't cheated. FR Legend said, here at my country is 8:24. Was 7:24 here in the evening, Legend. Jeff said, weird yet true. I'm honest. I appreciate everything you say about everything. Thank you, Jeff. Ruby Shabazz, hello. Declarion said, Mama, you relaxing, girl. Yes, I am. As soon as I get off this live, I'm going to lay down on my sofa. Edward Wood said, hi, Cat Karen. How are you? Ecclese Forever said, hello. Emerson said, tacos. I don't know what that is. I don't know why you would put conference in my live. You're not eating conference for dinner. Lily Nelson said, no, that was a different person. They just had the same name. No, they didn't. No, they did not. Amanda said, sorry, Mama Beth, I have to go now. See you tomorrow afternoon. Okay, Amanda, have a good one. Yo, bro, welcome back, yo, bro. Ecclese said, how are you? Doing great. Your bro said, I miss you too, but you're here now. Flowly said, guys, please stay on topic. S8 said, you're pretty. Thank you. Talia said, yes, I do. Ecclese said, how are you? Doing great. Austin is 6:24. Okay. GK, I am married. I don't have a boyfriend. Goob said, yesterday I did a spelling bee at my school and I made it to the 6th round. Good for you, Goob. But you know what? Don't tell your grade either, guys. So we need to add that because if we know your grade, we know your age. Ecclese said, how you doing? Doing great. Ivy, you can be my friend. Shelly Shell, hello. Haley Sierra said 6:25 in Jackson, Alabama. Okay. We should be in the same. It's 7:26 here. FR Legend, I see you. Shelly Shell, I see you. Flowly said, we're not gonna talk about boyfriends in the live. That's right. Edward Wood said, I'm good. Thanks, country girl. How was your day? FR Legend, I see you. Jimmy Wayne Mason, hello. Your bro said, grandson, do some what, your bro? Some Roblox edits? Your bro, my grandson, do some funk. Goob, hello. Talia said, because he said that he liked me. I don't care. You should be concentrating on your education, Talia, not on boys. Jimmy Wayne, hello. Can't be like me, girl, said chicken and pasta. Okay. Flowly said Aiden Game Room. Yep. All right, guys. Aiden Game Room. That is my great-grandson's channel. He does Roblox edits. Please go subscribe to Aiden Game Room. It is pinned to the live. Go subscribe to Aiden Gaming Room. Thank you so much. I said, Talia, don't trust him. There you go. Barbara said, are you famous? Barbara, no, I'm not famous. There's some people that know who I am, but I would not say that I'm famous. Maybe somebody in the live thinks I'm famous. I don't. Marie said, hey, what's your message to the world? My message to the world is to be kind, to show mercy and show grace, because everybody is going through something in their life. And so if you're kind, that kind of helps people, kind of helps them along. You know, too many people want to be mean and nasty and tear people down, but everybody needs to be built up. So be kind, be nice, show mercy, show grace, show love. Jeffrey Huggins said, Mommy Beth is good like God. Thank you, Jeffrey. Can't be like me, said the same. Shelly said, I ate shrimp Alfredo. That's delicious, Shelly. Goob said, I have to go. See you later, Goob. Haley said, I have to go soon. I have school, okay? FR Legend said, you live in the Philippines, okay? Floly said, okay, let's not talk about boyfriends at Talia. Yep, that's not going to go for me. Shelly said, I ate shrimp Alfredo, okay? Oh, excuse me, guys. Woo. Diaz said, your bro, are you trying to cuss? No, your bro not trying to cuss. Oh, excuse me. I got to sneeze. I thought I had to sneeze and went back. Francisco, I don't know what Zamina is. I don't know why you put that in there. Country Girl said, my day was good. Just got home from the food pantry. How was your day at work? Lily said, all right, bye. I'm leaving. I'm telling you that was a different person. You see how my last name says Nelson. They just had their first name. I promise. I love you so much. Bye. See you, Lily. Shelly said, I ate shrimp Alfredo. Okay. Marie said, hey, what is your message to the world? I've already told you. Ice King said, hey, Aiden. Aiden's not in here, Ice King. I don't think he is. If he is, I haven't seen him. Austin said, what animals do you have? I don't have any animals. Can't be like me, said no boyfriend, mine left me. Probably didn't need him. Austin said, oh, and fish and snail. GK said, hello, hi. Cassidy, hello. Victoril, hello. Talia said, but I'm in high school. I don't care. Education is more important than any boy. Barbara said, I think you're famous. Thank you, Barbara. Cassidy said, you're so nice. Thank you. Your bro, I see you. GK, hello. FR Legend said, maybe one day you'll be famous. Maybe so. Country Girl said, I don't go to public school. I only have my eyes set on two men. That's right. There you go. God and Hayden. Okay. Haley said, I'm a peer helper in school. Okay. Jeff said, subscribe. Flowly said, why is Cat Karen comments disappearing? I don't know. I don't know. So we had a problem yesterday, Flowly. Same thing. Victoril said, do you remember me? Of course I do. Marie said, you rock. Thank you, Marie. Amaris said, I have McDonald's. Anthony, hello. Nicole Cesario said, how do you feel that I want to feed as many homeless people, but I have school and not much money? Nicole, you start somewhere. You start somewhere. Mommy Beth, you know, I provide during Christmas, me and the people that donate money to my cause, we gave rice to 400 people. So you start small, you do what you can do. And as you get more money, then you do more. Barbara, my day was great. How was yours? FR Legend, hello, said, bless you. Thank you. Ice King said, bless you. Thank you, Ice King. Edward said, good. Thanks, Country Girl. Where are you from? Haley Sierra said, there's a war going between us and Mexico right now. We're losing. I hate that, Haley. Ice King said, Beth doesn't cuss. She is the most family-friendly YouTuber. You will never hear me curse. Ever, ever, ever. I need Starbucks ASAP. Said, sorry, I've been gone, Mama. I've been sick. I'm sorry you've been sick, but guess what? You're back now, Starbucks. Victor Real said, hi, I was your last live. Okay. Anthony, hello. Jeffrey Huggins said, bless you. Thank you, Talia. I see you. Jeremiah had chicken. Cat Karen said, a little community. Mama Beth, hold our heart for love and joy and many charts. A familiar laugh, one family full of jazz, sing and sung. Have some coffee, come to us, our little community. Yes. Peyton, hello. Ice King said, Talia, don't care if you're in high school. You shouldn't be thinking about boys. Thank you, Ice King. Victor Real said, you think I'm a boy, I'm a girl. I don't know. All I know is what your name says up there. Decarian said, Grandma, hey, Decarian, I see you. Funny Charlie, hello, welcome back. Jeff said, Mama Beth is a strong, proud, powerful woman. Fantastic. Thank you, Jeff. Jim B said, pizza. Talia said, okay, but he's at my house. Okay. Jim B said pizza. Bella Davis, hello. Country Girl said we're feeding the homeless on Saturday, okay? Ice King said Talia, then tell him to leave. Jim B said, please say what, Jim B's. Kat Karen said, yeah, Flowly, I don't know. I had to write my poem 4 times. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Victorial, hello. FR Legend said Supra. Maisie de Santiago said, God bless you. Hello. Thank you. Cora Love said sushi. Games and Veins, hello. B said, I'm having spaghetti. Ariana, hello. Love Jasmine said, do you remember? I remember you, Jasmine. Yes, I do. Country Girl said, I'm from Indiana, but people think I'm from Ireland, but I'm from Indiana. Where are you from, Edward? Edward's from the UK. Brenda, hello, hello. Welcome. Guys, 5 minutes. I'm going to end this live. Yep, 5 minutes. Maisie de Santiago said chicken nuggets with fries. To carry on said, Mama, you're a strong person. I try to be strong to carry on. I do. Eliza, hello. Edward Wood said, I love it when some people say to me, am I British? And I respond, no, I'm English. Shelby Baker said, you look beautiful. Thank you, Shelby. Flowly said, listen, we're not going to be talking about boyfriends and how you like them and how you're not paying attention to your homework for boys. This live will not be about boyfriends. Thank you. Exactly, Flowly. Funny said, best grandma ever. Thank you, Funny. DS said, I'm just going to watch and not going to comment much. If there are any haters, I'm just going to stay out of it. DS, what's wrong? Rachel. KFC, okay. Nora said this. Haley said, and I was included whenever they were turning into official peer helpers. Show me and the other peer helpers are official peer helpers now. Okay. Nora said chicken Alfredo. Okay, that's delicious. Victoriel said, yesterday, did you have ice cream? I had ice cream yesterday and I had ice cream today. Candace, hello. FR Legend, I see you. Bammy Else, hello. JJ said, can you say hello, Ariana? Hello, Ariana. Shelby Baker said, I'm going to have pizza. Nora said, I had chicken Alfredo. FR Legend, you going to stay? You got 4 minutes. I'm ending the live in 4 minutes. Pamela, hello. Love Jasmine said, I'm going to eat Wendy's, okay? Funny Chelly said, no, why would you end the live? Because I have other things to do. Pamela said, game. Candace Moore said, I love you. Love you too, Candace. Your bro said, my bedtime is 10 p.m., okay? Anthony, hello. DeCarrion said, Mama, we talking about sushi. I love sushi. Maria said, hamburger. Jeff said, 5 minutes. Jeff, we're down to 3 now. Candace Moore, I see you. Clarissa Williams said, I'm very sick. I'm sorry you're sick, Clarissa. I pray that you'll be better very quickly. Candace, I see you. Country Girl, I don't know. Carwill said spaghetti. Shelby said, I'm about to have pizza. My dad's coming home with pizza, okay? Pamela said, I have cereal because I didn't have anything. At least you had something, Pamela. Candace, why you keep putting BF in there? Ella said, macaroni. Pamela said, this beast, I remember you. Carwill said, spaghetti. You're welcome, FR Legend. Haley said, even though I pay attention to my work in school and my homework, I have a crush on this boy. Then you're not paying attention if you have a crush on a boy. I don't even want to hear it, Haley. I'm done with the conversation. Victoriel, hello. Ella said macaroni. Uh-oh, who just sent me a disco ball and a floating heart? Thank you, guys. Thank you. Pamela said, how are you? I know. Early Spearman, you had prayed food. I don't know what that means. Flowly said, when Blusk sent me 100. Thank you, Blusk. Flowly said, when I was in after school online club, all they were talking about was boys. So don't try to make this live about that. Flowly, not here. We're not going to, that's not going to ever be the focus. The Clarion said, Mama, and we talked about shoes. She's a girl. Okay. DS said, and sorry, couldn't come to, it's okay, DS. Adriana, you put James in there. I don't know why. Flowly said, I like chicken Alfredo with cheese and shrimp. Okay. FR Legend said, we're not talking about crush. No, we're not. Cute Fox sent me a laughing disco. Blusk sent me a floating heart. Thank you so much. Danielle Compton said, I have a quesadilla. Even though I just been, okay, that's okay. I'm sorry you've been sick. Flowly said, looks like I have to send it again. Okay. Blusk sent 100. Thank you so much. FR Legend said, wow. Flowley said, listen, we're not going to be talking about boyfriends and how you like them and how you're not paying attention to your homework for boyfriends. No, we're not, Flowley. Jeff said 4 minutes. I think your clock is lying. No, my clock's not lying. Zoriku, hello. Country girl said, yeah, I'm Irish, but I was born in Indiana, but people tell me to go back to my country and they be from China. And all I say is I'm in my country. Absolutely. Shelly Baker said, I don't want you to leave. I have to leave the live. Monica said, hi, Mommy Beth. Hello, Monica. Smurf, you ate Ari. Okay. Danielle said, I had quesadilla. Okay. DS said, bye. I'm going to play gotcha. Okay, DS, see you later. Talia said, why can't I? Talia, not in my live. Not you. You can do whatever you want outside of my life, not in my life. The carry on, your focus is way off. Your focus is plain off, Talia. The carry on said, you don't like chicken Alfredo with cheese and shrimp. I don't know. Pamela said, nope, don't talk about boys, but I have a crush. See, there we go. Maddie said, hi, how are you? I had pizza. Welcome, Maddie. I'm doing great. Victor Real said, I ate cake and I'm eating cake right. Okay. Legend said, I wish I could send a laughing disco. When you're able, you will, Legend. It's okay. CO, hello. Pamela said, but not talking about that. Talia said, Talia, I will block you. I will block you if you say one more thing about it. You're going to get blocked. Rosalind had pizza. Flowley said, okay, we don't want to talk about crushes either. That's right. CO, hello. Aria said ramen. Pamela said, I'm sorry. E. Drake said Spanish rice. Normal Daniel said pizza. Jeff said, we love you. Love you too, Jeff. Random said tacos. Shelby said, guys, stop talking about boyfriends or girlfriends. You say stop talking about boyfriends and girlfriends, and then you talk about it, Shelby. Does that make sense? Makes no sense at all to me. Flowley. Sonic, hello. Norman Daniel said, hey, twin. CO said cake. Danaja Roberts said, I don't want to hear it. I will block you. If I tell one person don't talk about it, don't you talk about it either. Flowley said, I do like chicken Alfredo with cheese. CO said, all right. Marla said, hey, bestie. Hello. Sonic, hello. Yo, bro said, why do you got to leave the live? Because I have things to do, because I need to rest, yo, bro. I was on live at 6:30. I worked for 8 hours and I came back on live again. It's time for me to rest. Haley, Haley, you're going to get blocked. Icon Tribute said, hello, clock it. Jimmy Wayne said, you're single. Good for you. Danaja, hello. Talia said, you better stop. I will block you. Elsie, hello. Marla said, hey, bestie. Danaja said, block me then. Bye. Goodbye. Ain't nothing to it but to do it, Danaja. You're out of here. Pamela said, Flowley, I'm sorry, but I do. All right, Pamela, you're out. You're out. I told you not to talk about it. You want to talk about it, Pamela, you're out. Normal said, I like your live. Thank you so much. Shelby said, I do have my ears pierced. I have 3 piercings in each ear. Jasmine, I go live every day. William said bacon bit. I don't know what that means. Icon said you're low-key clocking it, girl. Well, thank you. All right, I'm getting ready to end the live, guys. Q2 said if you try hard, you can achieve. Absolutely. FR Legend, because they can be rude, they are. Because they can. Edward said, you're famous to me, mama. You've touched my heart and soul with your words and lyrics. Unlike an actor like Tom Cruise, because you're a real person and respectful and loving, and you have time for everyone. That's true, Edward. Thank you. CO said, see you later. Leafy had eggs. See you later. Malik, your name is Malik. See you later. Shelby, see you later. Jeff said some people just come out of woodwork trying to upset you last minute. It's okay, Jeff. See you later. Country girl said, I don't talk about my crush, okay? Leafy said, oh, me, I have eggs. Talia, Seol, I'm 71. Shelby, see you later. Yo, bro, you don't know how to do a live stream. Okay. Haley, see you later. Flowley said, please stop talking about crushes. Flowley, I'm ending the live, darling. I see you later. Jeffrey Huggins, see you in the morning. FR Legend, see you later. Haley, later. Talius, later. Country girl, see you later. Okay. Flowly, later. Jeff, love you too. See you later. Sonic fan, see you later. FR Legend, see you. Feisty, see you later. Ephraim Tribe, you text me. Okay, I'll look for it. Ephraim Tribe. Brandy, see you later. Feisty, later. Edit said rice and chicken, see you later. Piper said burger, mac and cheese, see you later. Yoel said I love you too, see you later. Anybody else? Anybody else? All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. Your bro said bye. See you tomorrow, Beth McNeal. Love you too, country girl. Glennis, see you later. Melissa, later. Talia, see you later. Legend, see you later. Jeff, see you later. Yoel said, I love your shirt. Thank you. See you later. DS said, I love you. Good night. See you later. Edits, see you later. Malik, later. Talia, it is forgiven. Melissa, see you later. Ending here, guys. Have a great evening. See you in the morning. Bye-bye.